Well, first of all, on behalf of Microsoft, a very warm welcome to our campus. I don't know how many of you have been here before, but just to give you a sense, obviously you see the 5 buildings. 95% of Microsoft UK is based here. We've got a lot of European people here, obviously for Heathrow Airport, but essentially you've got a lot of, pretty much all the Microsoft UK business in these 5 buildings. So a warm welcome on our behalf. I just want to say, cover really 3 points in a few minutes by way of introduction to your day. As Charlie says, I run the education business here in the UK. That includes higher ed, further ed and schools. It involves obviously all of our commercial arrangements with organisations such as yourself, but more importantly I think also looking at policy type decisions with government, working on our marketing and the work we do with partners as well, like Medhurst and others, if you like, the ISVs that we work with as well. So all of that is my remit, and again a very warm welcome. The 3 points I wanted to make were, first of all, you'll read a lot about Microsoft in the press, and people still refer to Satya as our new CEO, but essentially he's been around now for over a year. And since he's come on board, you'll see the phrase, cloud first, mobile first, as a strategy that Microsoft as a company is following. And I just want to give you a little bit of context behind that and how it relates to education. But essentially that phrase basically means, from a development point of view, the technical work that we do, clearly we're very, very focused in that cloud area. In the mobile space, when we say mobile first, we're talking about mobile type scenarios. All right, it's not just the mobile phone. Some people talk to me about that. But cloud first, mobile first. The mobile bit is about looking specifically at mobile scenarios. And when we look at education, it's very pertinent in that space. I think the other thing that's key in our strategy moving forward is, we think our unique value proposition is around the fact that we can do hybrid. So move to the cloud at your pace. Exchange on-premise, exchange in the cloud, and all the other assets that we've got as well. So key takeout for me is we're not forcing people to go to the cloud straight away. We know it takes time, and for that point of view, many schools want to look at the workloads that they're putting in the cloud, but strategically understand from Microsoft, it's a cloud-first, mobile-first world that we're driving. The second point I wanted to make was the kind of investments that Microsoft makes in the education area, not just here in the UK, but on a worldwide basis as well. And clearly you're aware of our 365 platform. You're going to hear a lot more about that today. For many of the people, get that as a free platform. If people aren't aware, if organisations and schools such as yourself have one of our subscription licensing agreements, an OVS or an EES agreement, then now you can get, for your students and for your teachers, for use at home, etc., Office Pro Plus free. All right, so if you're not aware of that, then talk to me afterwards or talk to the people at lunchtime. But you can download for your students Office Pro Plus free of charge onto up to 5 devices for both students and obviously faculty and staff if you've got one of those agreements with us. Huge investments going on. If you want to keep up to date with what we're doing in education, the best place to go is our blogs. And also we've got a SlideShare account where we share best practices. So Microsoft just put into Bing, not Google, your search engine of choice around Microsoft UK SlideShare. We put a lot of videos up there. We put a lot of material up there for both IT managers and teachers as well. We've built a showcase classroom in London with our partners as well. We have schools coming into that, showing off our latest technology. And we get involved in things like apprenticeship programs. So actually it's interesting. Apprenticeships, we work with QA. We've got 13 apprenticeships here in Microsoft now on an 18-month apprenticeship. So yes, we take grads, but we're also beginning to take on apprenticeships as well. So I suppose the bottom line from our side, worldwide as an organisation, we deeply, deeply invest in education. We're in a lucky position. We've got lots of other businesses that drive, if you like, the profit margin, etc. But we deeply invest and have done for many, many years. This isn't something we dip in and out of. I've been doing this job for 8 years. We've been investing in education in the UK for the last 30 years. So that's a key second message I wanted you to take. And then finally, how does this all come together? If you look at the educational investments, the mobile first, the cloud first strategy that we've got, what we're trying to do in education, and specifically around the schools area, is driving a strategy and a vision around anytime, anywhere learning for all. So that's where we're trying to drive. Anytime, anywhere learning in the context of mobile working, in the context of school, in the context of home. giving people the tools and technology and the infrastructure provided by people like Medhurst to drive that strategy forward. And the for all bit is really important as well. So anytime, anywhere learning for all, we don't want anybody left behind here. You know, we've got making very, very affordable devices now in the context of working with OEMs on Windows pricing, et cetera, et cetera. So you've got a wealth of technology out there that you can choose from Microsoft. Clearly, we're supporting, as you know, different clients in the context of iPad, et cetera, but obviously Windows is still very important to us. And devices-wise, now you can choose anything from a £150 device right up to a Surface Pro 3. So, you know, good choice, but deep investment to enable the vision of anytime, anywhere learning to happen. And again, the final point in the context of that, when you look at our cloud technology, and you'll hear a bit more about that today, you'll see 365, you'll see Azure, maybe you're working with Hyper-V. Again, the value proposition from Microsoft is actually the integration between our cloud assets. So we're busy engineering, spending billions of dollars, not just on creating new stuff, Windows 10, whatever. We spend a huge amount of money integrating the various platforms, like we've done on the desktop, and we are going to do that in the cloud. We think that's a huge, unique value proposition to you, our customers, in the context of directories, in the context of single sign-on, that you've got assets like 365 for infrastructure, you've got Azure out there, you've got Hyper-V, and maybe CRM in the future online. And when you put that in the context of everything else we do in education, we think it's a great strategy. Feedback always welcome. I'll be around after this and at lunchtime. But welcome to Microsoft again, and I'll hand back over to Mark, my colleague, who's going to give you an update on our cloud stuff. Thank you very much.